Now, what's going to happen is you're going to have a cycle for the next 4 days that I like to call the buyer's journey. Okay? There's different types of buyers in the market. For me, I'm an impulse buyer. I may not want to buy something, and I'm looking on Amazon and I see a cool wine opener and I just bang, one click, buy it. I'm spontaneous. I'm the kind of guy that will buy something without really doing a ton of research if it sounds awesome to me, right? So that's the first email on day 5. You're going to communicate and try to hit on the spontaneous buyer, the person that will buy something on an impulse. You're going to position it in a way where, hey, we got this product, 5 left. What are you doing? You're creating some scarcity. And then what you want to do is you want to create some urgency, right? And 5 left, and we only have an hour to sell them. And then it goes away forever. Wait, I want that, right? Or something of that nature, right? Day 6 comes, whether they buy it or not. This is where you're going to focus on the people that are more logical. They think about what they want to buy. They ask questions. You could have all the questions answered on your landing page, on your funnel, and they're still going to ask the same amount of questions. It's just who they are. Ultimately, it's your FAQs, right? So if you know what they're going to ask you beforehand, which you should, if you're asked the right questions, you should know, and you should be able to answer those questions in an email to the point where they really shouldn't have much to ask you. And if they do, great, you're learning something about your business, and then you include that the next time, right? But so day 6 is all around focusing on the logical buyer, okay? Day 7 is somebody that you spoke to them, they heard about it, they've asked the questions, you've answered those questions. They got all the answers they needed, but they're still not ready. Well, these are the kind of people that need proof. What does that mean? They want to see testimonials. They want to see that whatever it is you're doing, if you're in client services and you're helping somebody from a consulting perspective, you're a coach helping somebody get to the next level, you're an e-commerce company that has, let's say, a massage chair that has been proven to fix back pain. Whatever that is, you want to go and write about it. These are the case studies. These are your wins with people. For me, right? Like if somebody came in, I showed them how to use a survey platform and they didn't make any money at all. They didn't have a business and they built a lead gen business. I want to talk about that because there's other people out in the world that are going to want to do the exact same thing, right? They don't want to hear about me. They want to hear about me teaching other people and it working. And then when you have that, boom, right? You can just focus on that exact thing because you know it works. And then all you got to do is just introduce it to the same people in the world. And you have a nice little niche business. But so what you want to do is you want to be talking about your wins, case studies, testimonials. And if you can, you want to try to do it in a way that you do it by their segments. So for example, if you're speaking to the women that are in their 40s to 50s, if you have a case study with a woman from 40s to 50s, use that, right? Versus a college kid who's 22 that is looking to start a business and you have a case study around college kids, let's say he's a male, then you'd want to show a college kid because they can relate to one another, right? You get it? Makes sense? So the idea is that you're going to go and create some testimonials and proof. So now you've created the intro with someone that's being spontaneous, going into the logical mindset to then the I need proof email to the FOMO email, the 11th hour email. And what I mean by that is this is where it's the last chance for you to buy something, right? So you have a 4-day sequence in between this 14-day where you're trying to get someone to buy it. And on the last day, this is ending. This sale will end at 11 o'clock tonight. Or there's only 100 books left and I've sold 60 of them. The next 40 that go, that's it. If you come to me and I've sold 100, do not beg for it. I can't do it, right? What you're doing is you're trying to create some urgency to get somebody who likes your product. They've seen people that have had success. They've seen all the answers they could possibly get from you on your page, and you answered them. You've done everything you can to prove that they need it, but they're just not ready to pull the trigger for whatever reason. There are people like that. Or you go to these like events, these live events, there are people that they're selling on stage, right? And for whatever reason, they have this countdown clock. And I see people sitting in their chair and there's 2 minutes left and they're still sitting there. And then there's 1 minute left, 45 seconds. And you start seeing people run to the back of the room to start signing up. They've had hours of time to sign up, but for whatever reason, they haven't done it. And all of a sudden this, oh man, I'm going to miss this. I'm like having FOMO, right? Like, I don't know. And all of a sudden this 11th hour hits and they like, that's what pushes them over the line. So this email is all focused on that, the FOMO, the 11th hour buyer, right? So you're on day 8 at that point, right? You have 4 emails in the beginning where you're nurturing them, right? That whole soap opera sequence where you're indoctrinating them, you're talking about you, telling them your story, how you figured out a solution, right? And then all the great results you had. And then you're going to sell them, right? And it's the spontaneous email into the FAQs email, into the proof email, and then the FOMO email.